Neuroscience says your brain has turning points, and most people miss them. And this is something that completely messes with how we think about aging. Most of us grow up believing in this idea that the brain just slowly declines, like a dimmer switch. Every year a tiny bit less sharp, a tiny bit worse. But neuroscience is basically like, no, that's not how this works. Your brain doesn't age slowly. It changes in stages, clear phases, clear turning points. Those turning points matter way more than how old you are. So here's the myth we've all been sold. Brain aging, gradual decline. But newer brain science is telling a very different story. Instead of a straight line down, your brain moves through stages, almost like software updates. At certain moments in life, the brain wiring reorganizes. How different regions talk to each other literally shifts. And this is very important because think about it. If brain aging were purely linear, there wouldn't be much we can do. Hope for the good genes and cross your fingers. But this research shows something way more empowering. There are windows of adaptability, and it's never too early or too late to take action. And timing your habits matter more than obsessing over your age. You are never late to the party. You just need to know when the music changes. So in this study we are talking about, researchers analyzed brain scans from over 4,000 people, from newborns all the way to their 90s. But they didn't just look at brain size or shrinkage. They look at connections, how brain regions communicate, who's talking to who and who's ghosting. That's what really tells you how the brain is functioning. And from that, they found 4 major turning points. The first one is around 9 years old. This is the end of early childhood brain organization. The brain works hard to clean up. It trims away unneeded connections and strengthens the useful one. It goes from let's connect everything to okay, let's be more efficient. Messy but powerful. The second and biggest turning point is at 32 years old. This is when your brain reaches peak global efficiency, not peak intelligence, not peak creativity, peak efficiency. The best balance between integration, how well regions work together, and specialization, how good they are at their specific jobs. This means actually that adolescence at the brain level actually stretches into your early 30s. So if you are 29 and still figuring things out, congratulations, your brain agrees. Then around 66, the brain starts another reorganization. Not a sudden decline, a shift. The networks become more local and long-distance communication gets less efficient. So we can think about it like smaller teams instead of global conference calls. In this point, we will see the result of our lifestyle, stress management, how well we slept, and how well we took care of our brain between 32 and 66. And all this lifestyle will influence how our brain is going to shift in this stage. And then around 83, flexibility drops further. It's not a crash, it's more like fewer systems responding to change. It doesn't mean that we are losing everything. It's only that the brain's adaptability is reduced. Zooming out, brain aging looks more like this. Early life, dense but inefficient. Adulthood, sparse, efficient, highly integrated. Later life, simpler, more modular. And of course, there's huge individual variability on how our brain is going to age. Lifestyle, stress, movement, sleep, and connection will affect how your brain navigates these phases. Because we can have the same age but different brains. So we have our whole life to take care and make our brain stronger and resilient. But as we saw, between 32 and 66 is one of the most important periods when your brain is still adapting. This is a perfect window to protect the blood flow to your brain. This is the period where chronic stress starts to leave structural marks. Sleep has to become non-negotiable. And prevention has the highest return on investment, because waiting for symptoms means you are already late. This is the phase where you quietly build resilience or quietly drain it. So what actually helps the brain to age healthy is the boring but powerful things. Protecting your blood pressure, your sugar levels, keep your brain away from inflammation. Train your brain, learning something new, something complex, being creative, engaging with other people. Move your body to move your brain. Your brain loves oxygen. Your brain loves your muscles to be working. Sleep good, regulate stress. These things aren't optional. We have to do this. Going out, talking to people, having purpose, meaning in life. All these things count as brain health. These habits will help your brain networks to stay organized and talking to each other for decades. Because remember, your brain doesn't age in a straight line. It changes direction at specific moments. And what you do before and during those moments really matters. Brain health isn't rescue at the end. It's built quietly over a lifetime. If this made something click for you, maybe you have brain fog, you are worried if you are too late, I invite you to join my free masterclass, From Fog to Focus. You'll find the link in the description. I will show you simple science-based methods to boost your focus, clarity, and mental strength. Your future brain will thank you for starting now. This is everything for today, and I will see you in the next video.